Hello, hello, hello. It's Adrienne, also known as Capricorntigress of astrologylookinside.com. And it is a pleasure and an honor to actually show up here today. As many of you guys probably realize, I don't always show up. And that's something I'm working on, showing up like getting out there, showing my face, doing what I said I'm going to do, following through, sticking to my commitments, not being a Capricorn water tiger. Because anybody who experienced 2022 knows all about what it's like to be a water tiger, since water tigers have a hard time apparently keeping their commitments and following through. We're procrastinators, we tend to be lazy. We like water and we like lazing around in it. And that's pretty much the extent of the water tiger. We just want peacefulness and um, I don't want to say laziness or slothfulness, but we definitely don't want to work hard. It's not in our nature. And I realized as I was going through the tiger year how much that is a part of my personality. Now, I have a grand trine, Earth grand trine with the sun, moon, and Pluto, which is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And that does make me kind of lazy too, but I just think it's the water tiger. I just really chilled, right? The water tiger is really chilled out. Um, Now, I think that the this year is going to be interesting because we just over this past week we went from the water tiger year into the water rabbit year. We are now in a water rabbit year. And the funny thing is, both the tiger and the rabbit are of the wood element naturally. Me and my daughter, for some reason, she got frustrated. She was trying to explain to me that, the rabbit and the tiger are of the wood element naturally. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of already got that, but I guess she didn't understand. But I'm more concerned about what's going on now with the water because it's very emotional. And we've got a lot of emotional things that are lining up right now. The first thing is that Venus has moved into Pisces, and Venus is now at in 2 degrees of Pisces. Pisces is a water sign. Venus in Pisces is very compassionate, very giving, very caring, very nurturing. It's a really emotional place to have Venus. So I can see that there could be a lot of emotions over love, relationships, all communications about love. I mean, we're talking Venus, okay? Venus and Pisces, it's the sappy love, man. It's the baby, baby, please. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. Take me back. I can't live without you, honey. I don't know what I did. I wasn't thinking right. Please take me back. Forgive me for that. So there might be a lot of that starts to go on. And I think this is going to be enhanced on as of the 5th of February, because we're going to have that full moon in Leo. And when the full moon goes into Leo, there's going to be a lot more of that keep sweat, baby, baby, please. And I'm telling you, you think I'm kidding? Between the full moon in Leo and Venus in Pisces, all I hear is keep sweat. Baby, maybe but I got to be, but I gotta be strong. Girl, you did me wrong. I'm not gonna be here for long. You know, you want my loving, baby. It got me tripping. Whatever. You know the song. You know all the Keith Sweat songs, like I want that baby, I wanna. So all of that, all of the begging. It might even be like, let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me play with your body, baby, make you feel hot. All of that, all of that. is going on. I want you guys, I want you guys to understand that all of that is what you can expect. I just think we're going to have a really interesting Valentine's Day with the full moon. I mean, the essence of the full moon on Valentine's, right? We're going to have this Pisces Venus kind of. Some of you modern day dating men might say all the simps are going to come out, but that's okay. We women, we like simps because we like men who buy us Valentine's Day chocolates and buy us Valentine's Day roses and take us out to dinner and treat us like a lady and is not concerned with all the other BS. So if you're a man who's going, or a woman, depending on your preferences, but you're going to spoil your choice with, flowers and candies and love and all of that, then yeah, this would be the time to do it. The moon in Leo is the most romantic moon that you can have. So it's all about romance. And I would say from the 5th of February through like the 19th of February, I mean, it's on and popping. It's all about love. So I hope that's what you make it about, that you make it about love, because that's really what it's all about. Everything else is for naught. We can get caught up in so much stuff that has nothing to do with nothing. Okay. But make sure you put your emphasis on love and not on things that are cold, because the sun right now is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is the coldest sign, literally the coldest sign, because it's the coldest time of the year. But they're the coldest sign because they have cold ways. They will shut you out, shut you down, and ignore you. I don't know how many of you have dealt with Aquariuses. Aquariuses don't play. I love Aquariuses, I do, but they're very analytical. They're really up in their mind, and they just don't have a lot of time for emotional baggage. Okay, so just know that all of this is happening when the sun is in Aquarius, and I really wouldn't push Aquariuses too much, emotionally, because they only have so much to give emotionally. Also, let's not forget that Mars is still in Gemini. And right now, the Sun and Mars are exactly trying each other. The Sun is at 8 degrees and 58 minutes of Aquarius, and Mars is at 9 degrees and 42 minutes of Gemini. I am loving that trine. The Sun trine Mars, and Mars, all the planets, by the way. The North Node is retrograde right now, but all the planets are direct again, which is amazing. And it's the first time we've had Mars going direct for a while because it's been retrograde. So I love, love, love this trine. Use the next day or two. I don't know. Be creative. Like, I've been making videos over on TikTok like a crazy banshee. Like, I swear I must have made 100 videos in the last week. And that's what I mean about using the creative power when it's at its most creative noun. Between the new moon in Aquarius, the sign of creativity and brilliance, and the full moon in Leo, the sign of creativity and what? Fame, fortune. I mean, it's like taking creativity to the highest level of creativity. Some people could get pregnant. I would not negate that, especially over Valentine's Day. That's why we have so many darn Scorpios, because of Valentine's Day. I don't know. It's true. Expect a lot of Scorpio children coming from this Valentine's. I really do believe that. Also, we've got the moon at 15 degrees of Taurus, and it is exactly trine Mercury, which is at 14 degrees of Capricorn. I love this, by the way, because I personally was born with my moon at 17 degrees of Taurus and my sun at 14 degrees of Capricorn. In other words, Mercury is sitting on my sun, which is why I actually physically came, not my avatar, but moi. I came in all my glory today to say a couple of words because Mercury's sitting on my sun and the moon sitting on my moon. I really wanted to come and help in some way. So I hope whatever it is that I'm sharing here touches someone. Also, I just noticed that the Jupiter at 5 degrees of Aries is actually sextile the Sun, which is at 8 degrees of Gemini, or excuse me, Aquarius. But it's also, that's why I'm getting to it. It's also sextile Mars, which is at 9 degrees of Gemini. So this Jupiter is actually in Aries, is sextile both the Sun and Mars. That's a lot of action. That's a lot of like innate fire there because we got Mars, the Sun, this, you know, I love it. And we're talking about Aries. So I really believe the creations are going to be high. Like I just sense amazing creativity. I mean, amazing creativity. The things that you're making now during this phase of creativity of the year, like I think it's going to stretch into Pisces season, by the way. So all of this Aquarius and Leo energy in January and February, and then at the end of February we're going to be moving into Pisces, and into March Saturn's going to get into Pisces. I mean, it's just a culmination into extreme creative talents, abilities, and creations. And I just feel like some people are becoming stars, like maybe influencers, maybe literally stars. You could be making an album, a movie, a book, a screenplay. My daughter wrote a play, like an actual play about my grandmother's teeth, and it got chosen and it was put on production and it was held in a in Seattle. They've already held the play. It was amazing. And I mean, the fact that she came up with the idea, she wrote it down, she found the backers, they got it done, she got the actors. It was, I mean, I'm in shock. But that's the kind of extreme creativity I'm talking about right now in 2023, these early months of 2023, between now and I would say when Saturn goes into Pisces, right? So let's look at this a little bit deeper. We also have Saturn at 25 degrees of Aquarius right now. And it's we're getting really close. It's direct now, it's moving now, its last walk through Aquarius. And it's a weird vibe for me because, first of all, I have my Saturn in Aquarius, and it just messed with my Saturn for like 2 years. It's just been rough, right? So I'm like, there's relief, and then there's like, oh, it's going out of my first house, and there's all these emotions. But I'm looking now, and Saturn at 25 degrees, 31 minutes, that is exactly square my own Mars, which is at 24 degrees or 26 degrees of Leo in my seventh house. And so I just wonder if, or opposed it, not square, but opposed it. Saturn is opposing my 26-degree Mars in my seventh house. So I wonder if this means all of this work and me pushing myself out onto the universe the way I am, if that might bring some animosity or enemies. Maybe seventh house can rule enemies, or it could bring me into love. It could bring me in a new partner, maybe, or it could just bring me in more partnerships or more people who notice what I do. I mean, it's other oriented because it's all, well, Saturn's in my first house, right? So it's me, but the me that is me is affecting other people. That's what it is. It's the opposition. So I don't know how I'm coming across. I don't know if I hope it's positive, even though it's an opposition. And I hope it's that it's bringing in partners and partnerships more than repelling, people or creating enemies, because no one needs enemies right now. Uranus is at 14 degrees of Taurus, And that is exactly trine Mercury at 14 degrees of Capricorn, but it's also exactly conjunct the moon right now, which is at 15 degrees of Taurus. And I really don't think there is a mistake that I showed up. I mean, like I said, the moon's on my moon, Mercury's on my sun, and Uranus is trine my sun, and Uranus is conjunct my moon. It's like going out there, be creative, do something new, have fun. So that's what I'm doing. Neptune's at 23 degrees of Pisces. That's a good position there. The moon is going to sextile this Neptune in a few hours. It's not, I guess it is officially sextile because the moon gets a 10-degree orb. So the moon is sextile Neptune right now, which is great for creativity. More of that creativity. We've got Pluto at 28 degrees of Capricorn. I think I mentioned that earlier. And I love that it is direct because Pluto is going to be moving into Aquarius. And it's going to be the first time Pluto's been in Aquarius since the 1700s. The 1700s. Okay. So no one's experienced, and that's alive right now, Pluto in Aquarius. We can read about what happened when Pluto was in Aquarius. I mean, the 1700s, we're talking about like the American Revolution, the French Revolution, like all of this stuff back in the 1700s. So now we're going to experience most likely something similar in the 21st century. And that I'm not looking forward to. Of course, Aquarius has to do with brotherly love, but it also has to do with weird, unexpected things and aliens and creatures from the Black Lagoon and all kind of crazy ish that we just don't even want to look at or talk about. But we are probably going to be experiencing as Pluto moves into Aquarius, because Pluto is like, it transcends things, it transforms things, but it is basically the ruler of hell. People don't talk about that, right? The ruler of Hades, right? Hades is hell, and Pluto is the ruler of that. Look, let me just say this. As an astrologer, I mentioned this, but no one paid attention to me, so I'm going to say it again so maybe you people can understand how my mind works and how I put it together. But I believe the things that are going on with Tyree Nichols, the thing with the black police officers, the 5 guys that went and attacked this poor boy who was 6'3" and 150 pounds. His mother had me in tears because it's the idea that they took their power and abused it. And that's what Pluto and Capricorn is all about. It is the last degrees of Capricorn, Pluto, and it came out and it caused a riot and it's going on now. Oh, sorry, I get so excited. Because it's like seeing it play out in reality. Like, it's one thing for me to say it, like, oh, Pluto and Capricorn is authority issues, power plays. You hear me say this stuff. But it's another thing for it to actually come out in reality, in real life, and rear its ugly head. And no one can understand it. Why? Because it's transformative. It's Pluto and Capricorn. It's the power. It's the ultimate power trip. And we just saw it. And people are, they're scrambling, trying to understand what these 5 guys, why would they do it? It power trip. They saw a weak guy and they beat him to death. It was the pack mentality. What part of that don't y'all get? Anyway, I'm going to calm down because I get so excited over this stuff. But that's what it was. I really believe it was Pluto and Capricorn run amok. And that pack mentality that is causing that. But I hope they fix this. I hope we heal what's going on in the nation right now, because again, the guys in blue are again front and center. And now here's something else. Oh gosh, sorry, I get excited about stuff because I always listening to people and their theories about whatever. But the other thing that gets me is that Pluto in Capricorn is the opposite of Cancer. Cancer rules the mother, right? So I saw on, I guess it was CNN and some other places, they were literally trying to blame the mothers of these Black officers. Now, look, here's the problem with that theory. Do you ever, ever, when you see, white, non-black officers do horrible, heinous things, them bringing up their mother when they're in their 30s or 40s? Do you ever hear that? I'll wait. I will wait because I have never. And so that's a problem. And so that's being addressed. And again, that is the Capricorn Pluto because this whole, oh gosh, I could go so deep into this. This goes so much deeper than y'all know. The other thing that's been going on over the last few years is the black men calling the black women men, saying that the black women are aggressive, the black women this, the black women that. Do you know this is all part of this Pluto and Capricorn thing too? Because Pluto and Capricorn opposes Pluto and with Cancer. Cancer being the soft, sweet, mothering, caring, non-ambitious type mother that's always there and nurturing and whatever. So there's been this weird um it's like a dissonance, right? With some people with black females and especially mothers. I hope we get to work that out, but I think that the conversation is going to switch over once it goes into Aquarius, and it'll get away from the power plays and the upbringing and the mothering and the strong or the aggressive end quote black women, and it's going to move more into a group think. It's going to be more into community and like a bigger scale. Like we're not going to just attack like a particular black woman or something like that. It'll be more like certain types of people forming allegiances and associations and organizations and groups that can make change, that can create positive change, that can transform the situation and make it into something different than it was before. Anyway, I'm going to talk more about that in the future because we're moving toward this Pluto moving from Capricorn, where all of that type of talk has been, into it moving into Aquarius, where it's going to be more of the brotherly love. It's going to be more social. And we're going to find that the power is in the social. And I've already had a taste of this because I'm part of the Black Women Follow train that's on TikTok. It's actually starting to go all over the place. And this Black Women Follow train to me is like a precursor to what it's going to be like. I mean, Saturn's in Aquarius right now, but what it's going to, and Sun is in Aquarius, but when Pluto's in Aquarius, because then the power is going to be in the community. It's going to be in the associations, in the groups, in the networking, in the clubs, in the organizations that you belong to. The power will be in the group think. Whereas, there'll be individuals, right? Because Aquarius is an individual sign, very individualistic, and they like to revolt, and that's why we're having riots. Yeah, revolutions, revolts, riots, very Aquarius. But there's also a wise wisdom and intelligence in Aquarius. And I just think the group think of Aquarius, where more people are getting together and making the decisions as a total instead of one individual, or that totalitarian, or the police, the power tripping on that. Now there could be some power tripping when it comes to community and stuff, because now all the power is going to go into the community and into doing things with other people. And so we're going to start seeing power issues coming up when it comes to the group type of activities. Okay, I just wanted to say that North Node at 8 degrees of Taurus is exactly square the sun right now. And so the North Node tells us what we're supposed to do. Like right now, and if the North Node at 8 degrees of Taurus is most likely telling us something that we have to do about our money. Or I can actually tell you what 8 degrees of Taurus is. Let me see if I can find out. Now I'm nosy, and I want to just kind of address 8 degrees of Taurus. Let me just see something. I don't know if I'm the only person like this, but I like to get to the bottom of things. So 8 degrees of Taurus. It says, now listen to what it says about 8 degrees of Taurus, because we also have 8 degrees of Aquarius. It's very subject to teasing, easily taunted into futile efforts. This individual feels a responsibility which he cannot maintain. He is easily aroused into a defensive attitude, and part of this is due to a response to shadows and unreal images around him. So let's not forget that the North Node's been sitting here at 8 degrees for a minute. It takes a few days. Let's see. If this person, okay, they said if it was after a new moon, which it is, this tendency would be enhanced and become very difficult to handle. And I wonder if this is what's leading to the riots that are going on. He is plagued by an environment too active for his lumbering nature. And right now, I would not want to be out anywhere where there are riots going on. He has a slow, heavy feel and is unable to move quickly. So if you've been feeling very slow, lumbering, this could explain that. This is Pluto. Excuse me. This is the North Node we're talking about. Let's see here. His record of success and failure would be improved by a protective cover of some kind under which he could take time to clear his vision before he struck out at the threat of fears, or before he struck out at the threat he fears. So this degree also affects the vision adversely, and it could be made to feel a sense of protection rather than being subjected to constant teasing. He would have to at least have at least an opportunity to correct his evaluation of his environment. Teasing, the fact that teasing kept coming up in that, and we're at 8 degrees of Aquarius. Now this happened, the thing with the young man happened a little while ago, but I wonder if part of that is, it's just plain bullying, teasing, which really kind of might be a message that I just got there for some reason or another. But let's see something else. I just wanted to just check because I like doing little stuff like this. Let me see something. 8 degrees of Aquarius. So this is what it says about 8 degrees of Aquarius. It's almost at 9 degrees, but I feel like, if you hadn't started doing things over the last few days, there was genius here. So I guess that was part of why I felt a need to make all those videos. So that, you could have used that the last couple of days to do that. We're going into 9 degrees of Aquarius as of like probably an hour from now, and that's a tremendous drive. There's extremely competent, much energy into what they believe, usually unaffected by materialistic goals. They work for philosophical ideal, and their loyalty is to humanity as a whole. And this is probably why we've got all the riots, because this is what's going on. It's all about humanity. They're clever about finding unusual ways to attack a problem with ingenuity. They're quick in their action, quick to perceive when they're wrong, and they're subject to sudden happenings which may turn around in midstream. So yeah, that's one of the things going on right now that's interesting. And finally, we got Chiron at 12 degrees of Aries, and that's that's actually square Mercury right now. So Chiron's the wounded healer. It's square Mercury. I don't know if what I'm saying is hitting a pain or is painful for people. I know I've gotten excited a few times in my conversation. I don't know if what I'm saying is painful for others. I don't know. But I had to say what I had to say. And with that, it's been where the planets are. Where the planets are. Where the planets are. So look, I'm going to do this. I told myself that I was going to do it, and I'm going to do it now because I don't want to run out of energy before I do it. And I want to do it so I can get it done because I did this, I think, for the other signs, but there are some signs that I did not get to do any kind of reading for them. I don't think if I did. I think I got readings that I did not upload, but I did them. I know I posted some astrology readings the other day, and that's good. And matter of fact, I'm over here pulling out the cards. I just realized that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So this is not about cards. This is about astrology. So let me just do this really quick. And then if I can do any cards, I will. How's that? So we had stopped at Cancer. I just realized what I was supposed to be doing. And Cancer, we did that. So now we're doing Leo. And Leo, the emphasis for you this month, really at this point, so far has been on your seventh house. I mean, the new moon was in Aquarius. That's your seventh house, your natural seventh house. It's your partners, and so that's where the emphasis has been. That's where the new activity could have taken place. You might have started a new relationship, might have started new dating or something like that. But just know that's where the emphasis is. There could be new partnerships, like business partnerships as well, and also there could be new enemies because the seventh house also rules enemies, and so you could be dealing with enemies. But here's the thing, I mean, with the sun in the seventh house, I kind of like it because the sun is positive. It's sort of like it's shining on the area of relationships with other people. So I would take this opportunity to really hone in on my relationships with other people and make them the best that I could possibly make them during this time. The amazing thing about this is that, you know, this is all about to move into you, Leo. On the 5th of February, we're going to have a full moon in Leo, and that's going to put all the emphasis on you. What I would say for Leo is just to be careful of your heart, and not just from a romantic standpoint, but literally your heart, your aorta, your blood pressure, your blood circulation, all of those things. Those are going to be the focus for you um, in February, early February. So make sure that you pay attention to that, and also that you work on your partnership so that everything is going well with your partnerships. Okay, Leo? So I hope this resonated with you. It was just a little something to let you know where some of this emphasis is going to be for you over the next couple of weeks. And so you can work with it and work within it. Just know it's all about partnerships. It's about love. It's about your heart. It's about literally your heart, but it's literally about your heart and about relationships. And Valentine's is coming up. So I hope you have a beautiful Valentine's, Leo, and that you make the most of it, okay? Much love to you. So I'm going to move on to the next sign because I'm just going really quickly through these. I have forgotten I had not done these for everybody. And so I'm glad I caught that so I can get this done um, for the signs as I need to get them done. So the next is the sign of Virgo. And Virgo, this is happening in your eighth house, okay? Or excuse me, I'm so sorry. Your sixth house, Virgo. And so this is happening in your house of work. I love that. This is all about work. And Virgos, look, if it's not about work, it's about your health. So you're either going through one of two things, either health issues or work issues. You're either working really hard or working really creatively, or you're having health issues that you're dealing with. Maybe you're working on your health, going to the spa, seeing a doctor. I don't know what you're doing, but I just sense that it's all about your work ethic, getting things done in your work, meeting your deadlines in your work. I would watch out for any kind of uh, office politics or anything like that, but it's all your work, right? It's all about your work. And I think it's positive because it's the sun that's going through that area, it's highlighting it. I think this might be a period where you feel like, hey, I don't feel that bad. Like I feel pretty good. So your health might feel extra good and your work might be going extra good. So congrats, Virgo. This is actually a good for you since the sixth house is the natural house of Virgo. Much love to you, Virgo, and many blessings. And if you haven't already done so, be sure to like, share, subscribe to videos, and hang out at astrologyaLookInside.com. Okay? Many blessings to you. So after the Virgo, we have the Libra. And Libras, I don't know what you guys are going through, but this is a really interesting time for Libra for a couple of reasons. One, because Jupiter is in your natural seventh house in Aries. So there's a natural emphasis in the seventh house of partnerships and relationships and love and romance and dating and all of that Aries or Libra. Okay. Because Jupiter's in Aries. But also, this Aquarius moon put all the emphasis in your fifth house. And the fifth house is love and relationships and dating and children and just fun and taking a chance and taking a chance on love. And so I just feel like this period of time is about you, Libra, taking a chance on love, taking a chance on partnerships. Just, you're lucky, I think, when it comes to partnerships. So I hope you realize this, that you take advantage of this, and that you make the most of this, especially over um Valentine's, because I have a feeling that you can have a very beautiful Valentine's Day, Libra. So I hope this resonated with you, Libra, and I do hope that your Valentine's is glorious, and that you're really enjoying the emphasis in the fifth house. I mean, maybe it's children, right? But I have a feeling it's love. And um, re- I think also with the Jupiter in the seventh house, that's relationships. I feel like some Libras are going to get married. And if you're already married, I think your relationship or your marriage could improve, because that's where the emphasis is right now. Much love to you, Libra. I hope this resonated with you. If you haven't already done so, be sure to like and share my videos, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, much love to you. So next, I'm going to be moving on to the next sign, which is the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio, this emphasis is all in your fourth house. That's the home house. That's being at home. That's taking care of your home. That's making food at home. That's your family, whoever lives with you at home, that's dealing with home issues, maybe working at home. It's all about the stuff that you do when you're at home. You could be dealing with your mother or family issues, or something of that nature. Or if you have a family, there could be something going on in your family, in your home. So that's where all this emphasis is happening. Also, I feel like whenever the moon is in the fourth house, it just tends to make people more caring and nurturing and giving, and they want to hug you and give you kisses and cook your food and send you home with chicken soup. The more of that's going on when the moon is in the fourth house. Okay, so good luck to you, Scorpio. I know until the 5th of February, you're going to have this emphasis in the fourth house. As of the 5th of February, you're going to have emphasis in your 10th house. So take this time to relax at home and eat your chicken soup and watch your Netflix and put your feet up and take care of your health, because your career is going to have a boost in early February. So this is the time, I guess, to prepare for all of that. I hope this resonated with you, Scorpio. And if you haven't already done so, take a moment to like and share my videos and subscribe to the channel, hang out at the channel, go over to the website, astrologylookinside.com. Many blessings. So next, we're going to be doing the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius. And Saggy, this is happening in your third house. Third house is the house of communication. It's the natural house of Gemini. And so, I mean, with Mars in Gemini, it just tells me that a lot of the emphasis with the action could be up in the ninth house. That's higher education. But, the funny thing is, with this moon in your third house, you could get emotional over some communication. So I want you to be careful about that, because even though the new moon is happening in your third house, when it goes to the full moon in Leo, it's going to be happening in your ninth house. So if you can work out the communication issues while the new moon is in your third house, maybe start on whatever communication projects you needed to complete, or finish them. That could be any writing projects, or reports that are due, or communication or videos that have to be made, or anything like that. It's all about communication. It's all about speaking. It could be about your community too, because the third house also rules your community, like your neighborhood, your neighbors, doing things in your car, like driving around locally, maybe going shopping locally, or dealing with your neighborhood in some way. And could also deal with things like your brothers and your sisters, or your cousins, or your aunts, or your uncles, or your nieces, or your nephews. It's that extended family that, it's family. And it's also communication. So you could get letters or calls or communications in from extended family. So that's something that could happen. There could also be communication with neighbors and people in your local community. So do be aware of that. I do like that. The moon is sextile Sagittarius, so I think it's overall positive. But don't forget, Aquarius tends to be quirky, and it's unexpected. And the third house rules things like your driving and your cars and stuff like that. So watch out for unexpected things happening, I think, when you're driving or with your car. I just think that's something you might want to be careful of. And just in case something like that pops up, it's just probably good idea. Okay. So I hope this resonated with you, Sagittarius, because this is where the planets are going to be having emphasis in your third house now to the 5th of February, and then in the ninth house after. And if you haven't already done so, take a moment to like and share, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, go by the website, astrologyalook.com, hang out on the website, subscribe to our newsletter, do all those things, okay? Much love to you, Saggy. Bye. And finally, we've got Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. I couldn't wait to get to Capricorn because Mama's a Capricorn, and I've been waiting for this because all this emphasis is in the second house. The second house. Well, the second house is what we have. It's what we have to offer. It's also money. It's our actual physical things that we amass in this lifetime. It could be the things in our home, or things that we buy. You might buy new things, or new things might be purchased for you, like new clothes, new furniture, new. I got like all this new bedding coming that I ordered, and I didn't know it was coming from China, but it is. And so it got stuck in LA because, they don't just let things come in from China. They got to sit there for a month and all this stuff. But I had no idea it was going to probably end up coming through when all the emphasis is in my second house of stuff. So I do expect a lot of stuff to come in. And so that's really interesting. I think when the moon is in Aquarius and, we're dealing with stuff, it could be quirky stuff too. So I just make sure that what it is that you have to offer, um, that it makes sense, that it's not so far out or out of the blue or quirky or eccentric that people don't understand. But I think you might be able to make money from quirky, eccentric things. So if you want to take a chance and test that, Capricorn, I would actually test how quirky and eccentric and out of the blue you could be at this point, and if it actually leads to more money or finances. Because now it could just be that something out of the blue occurs with your finances. I'm going to give you an example. I had some clients, and during the 12th house period, which is Sag and Capricorn, I was like, I lost all my clients, or at least most of my clients, and some of my clients hadn't paid me for a while, and I was trying to make special deals to give them an opportunity to catch up and stuff like that. And I had just pretty much wiped my hands of some of my clients because I figured, it's a recession, things are tough. I'm not going to force anybody into anything. Just going to hold on a little bit longer. And darn if one of my clients did not pay me $100. So I'm like, isn't that funny? Out of the blue, the clients are still there. They might have just gone through something. So you might be able to experience something like that too, where, because the second house is money. So I would think unexpected money, right? Quirky, unexpected money, or money coming in from a source that you never expected it, or money coming in a way that you never expected it, or money coming in like en masse, like avalanche. I'm just sensing Capricorn. We have I've been doing money mantra. So I'm like, Money comes quickly. It's coming to us. It is coming in an avalanche. We are getting untold amounts of money. It is going to shock you. It's shocking because it's Aquarius. It'll shock you. It'll shock other people. It'll be more than you ever imagined. Do this, Capricorn. Keep your eyes on your money. And look, after the new moon in Aquarius season is over, then it's going to be the full moon. We're only culminating. We're culminating in the eighth house of money. That could be our partner's money. That could be other people's money. That could just be other people giving us money. But we're culminating that. So build it now where you can build the money now while the moon is in the new in Aquarius so that it will culminate when it is full in Leo in our eighth house of money. Do you see how excited I am about the money? Did you hear me talk about the money? Capricorn, can you hear me? I'm saying we got money coming. Do you hear me talking about the money? Capricorns, I don't know what you're doing, but I pray you are working on some type of project, something where you can capitalize on making this money because the money is coming. Or the things, I think the things are coming first. So my left hand or my left hand was itching today. That's a package, okay? But then all of a sudden I felt my right hand itching and I knew it was money and I went and checked and $100 was there. I'm telling you, when my hands itch like that, I'm telling you, we got money and stuff coming, Capricorns. Money and stuff is coming. So just say it. I mean, if you got a mantra, say it to the universe. If you don't have any, you can hang out, check my videos. If you can't find it here, go over to Gregarious One, gregarious1.com. That's gregarious1, the number one, gregarious number one.com, and look up anything that has to do with abundance or money or anything. I've got tons of videos over there, and you can actually search them by terms like money or abundance or, you know, manifestation or anything like that, and talk about, think about, dream about, listen to, pray on money, money, money. Okay, I wish if it wasn't a copywritten song, I would play Lisa's Money. Dollar bills, dollar bills. I can't hit the notes. I'll take it down. Dollar bills, dollar bills. You falling for me. I like the way it feels. Dollar bills, dollar bills. Keep on falling for me. I like the way it feels. I can feel it drop. The money, I can feel the money. It's drop. Money, I can feel the money drop. Money. Focus on the money, okay? Focus on the money. Capricorn, whatever you do, that's where your focus must be, on the money. Also, you know, I have to say this because Mercury is on my sun right now. I just feel like I'm very expressive, more than normal today, but I do realize Mercury's on my sun. So I don't know what this is coming off like. I hope this is even usable after I'm done, but I had to come and talk about where the planets are. I had to talk about how each of these signs are going to be affected by this new moon and this upcoming full moon in Leo. And Capricorns, it is all about the Benjamin's baby. Okay. And if you didn't know, now you know. It's all about the Benjamins. You know, Capricorns are ambitious. So if you are a Capricorn, like I'm a Capricorn, I pray you are working on your ambitions right now, because this is all emphasizing your second house of money. And I think you are building, I just sense it. Like, even as I'm talking, I'm hearing the money ching ching going in the background. Like, I don't know where the money ching ching's coming from, but I'm hearing it. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. By the way, I got reports on special. I'll put the links up. I've got reports, computerized astrology reports. So that way I can, just plug in your info and get you back like AI data. Like yes, I invested in that. So if you want to get yourself I mean, these are computerized reports, so they are specific. I can do that for anybody's horoscope. You just, let me know which one you want, and I just plug in your data and I will get that to you. I can send it over email and I can send it snail mail if you would like, okay? Just know that the astrology reports, and you can get those by going to astrologyalookinside.com/shops and then look under computerized reports. That's astrologyalookinside.com/shops and then look under the, astrology computerized reports. Anyway, you guys, I just wanted to come and party and say something and get this out of the way because I have not, been here on YouTube for a minute live where you see my face. I just saw the essence of success and good evening, everyone. Hello, good evening, essence of success. Much love to you, my sweet sister. Much love to you. So I'm going to put on some music and then we're going to party on out of here. And I promise you, I will come back and we will go over the full moon in Leo next, okay? So I will make sure I get that to you soon, if not like tonight or tomorrow or the next day, definitely Wednesday. Let's see if we can find a new song. Hold on. What song is this? Hey. Okay, let's party on out. Yes. We're going to party on out. Let's do it. Let's party. I will party. It's a Saturday night. Let's do it. Hey. Let's party. Hey. Let's party. Yes. And if you haven't followed me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. It's blowing up. We're blowing up. We're blowing up. We're blowing up that TikTok. Yes. And if you're on the Black Girl Follow train, follow me on there. I follow everybody back. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. And you can find me on Twitter at Get Me a Real Job. I don't know why that's my other company. I'm on all the social media right now. I'm telling you, I got Aquarius first house. Sun's in Aquarius. Let's party. Hey. Hey. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the new moon in Aquarius. Get yourself ready for this full moon in Aquarius coming up. Make sure you get ready for love because it's love time. Yes. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Let's party. Start the party. Let's do this. Uh-huh. You guys probably notice I just want to have fun. When you get to be 60, you don't care about nothing. All you care about is having a good time. I don't got time for none of it. If it ain't making me happy, if it's not influencing my life, if it's not building positivity, if it's not uplifting me, I don't want nothing to do with it. Period. Okay? All right. I hope all of you have a positive week. Much love to you. Blessings.